How's it going, YouTube? My name is Christian with Plan Your Federal Retirement, back with another video with our All About FERS series. And today I'm talking about the TSP, and in particular, where's the best place for your TSP when you go to retire? So in years past, generally what we recommended for clients is the TSP was a great run. We put money into it, we got the match, low costs, few investment choices. It's a great tool. But in retirement, in years past, the recommendation generally was just move it out, move it into an IRA, right? Things were much greener. The grass was much greener in the IRA space. Over time, though, the TSP has become a little bit more flexible with different distribution and withdrawal options. In the past, it was a lot more rigid, and now it's a little bit more flexible. We've seen with changes with the TSP over time with now Roth contributions and in the most recent TSP Modernization Act that went into effect in September of 2019, lots of good things. Is it still the best tool though? That's where we're not sure. And it really truly is going to be a case-by-case basis, understanding what is your cash flow needs in retirement, what your sources of income are going to be between pension, between Social Security, between rental income, part-time income, and then and on top of that, any retirement distribution income that you would need, including TSP. So to say every case we need to move it out of the IRA or into an IRA, can't say that, right? It's going to be truly dependent on your unique situation. But let's just go over those main options with the TSP in retirement. Number one, I haven't mentioned this yet, but it's the annuity option. It's the MetLife annuity option. This one, I and really no one at Plan Your Federal Retirement has yet to recommend it, but it is an option. You take your TSP, you pump it into this MetLife annuity, and it is locked up in an annuity for you to take monthly income from for the rest of your life. It sounds good, but if we add up the other sources of fixed income that you're going to have between pension and Social Security, adding this on top of that might not make sense for your scenario. And we're not recommending it, and we haven't for clients yet because of the rigidity that it comes with when we're putting money into this MetLife annuity. For one, it's irreversible. We won't be able to make a change once we elect to do that option. And anytime we have an irreversible decision that we're left with, we got to push the pause button to see is this the right option for you. I guess there could be a case where you might want to consider it, maybe if you're older or if you're concerned with longevity, or maybe you're health concerns, or maybe you're concerned with your spouse being able to manage money when you pass away. So there could be a good case for it, but we just haven't seen it quite yet. But that is an option. More than likely, the other two options are going to make more sense for you, or a combination of the next two. One, we just leave it into the TSP, keep it there, and number two would be moving it, transferring it out to an IRA. If you leave it in the TSP, again, low fees, few investment choices to make things pretty simple. The problem is when we start taking money out of it, though, when we start taking those withdrawals, is something called proportionate distribution rules. That's probably the number one reason to not keep it in the TSP. The proportionate distribution rules say however you're invested between the 5 different funds, the G, F, C, S, and I funds. This is aside from the mutual fund option, but just the 5 core funds in the TSP. That however you're invested, proportionally it would sell when you take a distribution. So let's just say hypothetically you've got 40% of your money hypothetically is in the G fund, 40%, and then 60% is in the C fund, and you took out $10,000. Well, $4,000 is going to come from the G fund, and $6,000 would come from the C fund. So generally, that's not a good solution if you're going to be taking out money when the market is down. We don't want to sell our stocks for a loss. We want those to recover and not have to sell them at a loss. And so with the TSP's proportionate distribution rules, we don't have that choice. So what I usually say is if we're going to plan to keep some money in the TSP, that we're either going to want to choose it to be either safe dollars for us or more growth-oriented dollars, long-term dollars for us, because it doesn't do well both with those proportionate distributions, right? So let's say in a scenario you said, well, great, I'll just use my TSP for my growth dollars, and any other safer dollars, I'll keep that outside of the TSP. Maybe I'll do a partial transfer, which we can do out of the TSP into an IRA. We're fans of that, or vice versa. I'm going to keep my TSP more for growth, or sorry, safe dollars, and I'm going to transfer out my growth dollars somewhere else to my IRA. That is an option. Now, another option, the third option, we can transfer all of that out into your own IRA. There's lots of reasons to do this as well. Maybe you want to work with an advisor. Maybe you want to, now that it's go time with your retirement dollars and taking money out, you want to work with an advisor to just get that guidance. And that's what we can do working inside of an IRA. You know, you get that further guidance. So again, case by case basis, it's not a one size fits all answer when it comes to where's the best place for your TSP. Again, generally it's not going to be the annuity option, the MetLife option within the TSP. Maybe you can make a case to get an annuity outside of the TSP, but the others would be keep it in the TSP, transfer it to an IRA, or maybe a combination of the two. Generally is what we're seeing as a better solution there. So hopefully this is helpful. If you have more questions related to this question in general, and you're thinking, you know, I could use some guidance on this, make sure you go to our website at planyourfederalretirement.com. You can request an appointment with one of our advisors, including myself, to help and to go through your situation and help see what's going to be the best solution for you. You could also leave your question below in the comments, and make sure you're subscribed to our channel so you get our latest videos and content that we're putting out. And until next time, happy planning.